in New York City. It has to be the merging of not just what government can do, but what volunteers can do to save this city that I love. I was born in this city. They tried to kill me in this city. I'll die in this city. I'll be buried in New York City. The economy is in a severe decline, and that's even before the results of this mayoral election. It's been a massive movement of equity and investment out of New York City down into the Red Belt, Florida, Georgia, especially North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, Tennessee, for a variety of reasons. My program is Improve, Don't Move. We've got to create an economy here in which the private sector will stay because they provide most of the jobs. And then we got to make sure that people have income in their pocket, because if they're having to pay it out of their income tax, which we're going to cut for those who have gone to school here and developed a negotiable skill that's needed to keep our economy going, especially amongst millennials and Gen Zers, we're going to give them a 5-year tax holiday on their income tax because the cost is too high, the expenses to live here, to pay rent. And the other way to stem the flow is you got to cut the fees and the fines, which are enormous all day long. We have a government that has a bloated budget of $118 billion, a lot of waste in that budget. I operate on Republican principles, fiscally being alert to cutting the waste and cutting the taxes. We have something called congestion pricing. It has to be eliminated because New York City will lead and other cities will follow by taxing blue-collar working class people who have to come to work in their vehicles. Maybe they are people who have been trained in skills in which they have to carry their tools, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, mechanics, and they cannot afford this increased additional tax, which is nothing more than trying to offset the budget imbalances. So right across the board, cut the taxes and cut the expenses, and we can keep people here instead of seeing them flee. The one thing people know about me is I've been a part of New York City for 46 years as leader of the Guardian Angels, on talk radio for 35 years. I'm a known entity. People know the C in Curtis stands for consistency. As an example, my adversary, Cuomo, the C in Cuomo stands for chaos, because that's what Democrats have brought to the state of New York, complete chaos. I always suggest to people, because they're movie-centric, that they get that movie called Escape from New York by Kurt Russell. We may be looking at a sequel. Such a vast migration of people out because we don't have the money to support the social service systems that democratic socialists like Zoran Mandami, AOC, and others want to basically dominate in New York City, to be providers, not producers.